Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a great day. It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. That doesn't mean shit for me because I don't have a job. So if you have a 9 to 5 weekday job, it's Friday and it's almost over. If you're on the East Coast, it's almost time to go home and have a good time with friends and family and get drunk and speed through the weekend to get back to Monday because that's what we do. Oh, God. Y'all, I had a rough morning. I had a rough last night. If you guys watched Lords of the Night last night, you can probably guess why there was no morning show today. I have a little sinus thing going on. It made me cough a whole bunch and sneeze a bunch, and my whole upper body's like, fuck you, Frank. I hope you die. Unfortunately, my heart's too strong for that, so I just get to sit here and watch them struggle against each other. However, I wanted to do a show still because of all of the people who reached out and who were saddened that there wasn't a show this morning. You didn't guilt me into it. I don't want to give that idea that I was somehow guilted into doing the show. I enjoy doing this for you, and the fact that so many of you enjoy me doing it, it's motivational. Because believe me, right now, I'd much rather be laying in a bed somewhere just whining to myself instead of whining to you guys. I don't like to whine in public. And I know what you might be thinking. I mean, I'd be like going, bullshit, monkey. It's what you do. And you're kind of right on that. But I try to get past the point I'm at right now before I get on the mic. At least if I'm going to get on the mic by myself. How does monkey spin this as morning today? Snub, that was already answered earlier on by opinionated Scotsman who said it's morning somewhere. See, that's the beauty of having a morning show. It is always morning somewhere. Press says, I was hoping there'd be a stream this morning so I could have invited you to call in today. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah, I finally went to bed. Let's see. Lady Monkey, she's working at the office today. And she left the house 6:20ish. And my fat ass was in bed by 6:30. And hi, everybody. Hi. I'm trying not to ignore the chat and trying to get other things done in the background because I had no plan for this. Usually, believe it or not, I know you guys listen to the show. Believe it or not, there's usually a plan. It's not always a good plan. It's like, all right, fuck it, I'm going to talk about this today. But I usually have some kind of plan, and I have no guests scheduled because I don't even know who's up and around at this time of day. Because, fuck, who streams at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Well, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Nobody does that. Ghost Poo's coming up in a couple of hours. Blind P-Dog, they've already got theirs out of the way for the day. Yeah, I don't even know. Have you seen Norm Macdonald's response to Bette Midler's Trump tweet? No, I haven't. If you want to hit me up on Twitter with it, I'd be interested to see. Oh, speaking of interested to see, you guys check this out. Least professional monkey on the internet. Why is that important right now? Because I'm pulling up a picture I should have had pulled up to begin with. Where did it go? Right there. Don't worry. I have a plan. I don't really have a plan. But this is the plan I was going to show you. Check this out, y'all. That is my It's Your Right to Be Wrong shirt. I fucking love it. If you guys would like to pick up one of those for yourself, it's down below, blah, blah, blah. But if you guys do pick up any shirts or anything, send me the pictures. I fucking love them. Look at that. I fucking love that. That's awesome. And I hope you're enjoying your shirt. Who was it that sent that to me? See, this is where I talk about the least professional monkey on the internet. I have to go to my messages to look that up. I was Desert Tramp. Thank you so much for picking that up and supporting the channel that way, and mostly for sending me the picture because that's cool. Waiting for mug. I know nuts. I haven't. I used to have mugs on there a long time ago. We'll turn this into the monkey merchandising show. Nah, I had mugs on there, and I think it was just the original one. I had the little non-binary monkey that was on a mug for a while. I'll have to get him back. It's just me remembering. Check my Discord DMs. Oh God. I don't even know if I remember my Discord password. Last I knew, I was logged out of it. So okay, turning it on. What's going on in the world, man? I woke up and watched a couple of things. I watched the kind of things you don't wake up or watch when you first wake up. I did. Do you guys know Friended Adam? Um, does he still just go by Friended on Twitter? I forget. He he's Adam Friended is what he goes by on Twitter. He's ventured off from his humble beginnings as one of us shit talkers into being a more serious shit talker. He discusses um, philosophical ideas a lot more in a more. I mean, he laughs and jokes because he's a good, funny guy, but it's still uh, much deeper than I usually get into. And he posted a debate between I forget their names. Let's see, is it in the link here? No, it's just called "Do Free Societies Need Postmodernism?" A debate, and it's between this hippie dude and this Jordan Peterson. Apparently, the other guy is Jordan Peterson's mentor. That's how he's described by the hippie dude. It's an interesting conversation, but holy shit, it's Monkey's voice is changing. Wait, uh-oh. Hang on, guys. I must okay, sorry. Is that better? Something happened. I hit my mic and knocked the cord loose. Are we better? Anyhow, let's try this again. Deep monkey, yeah. Okay, so when that cord comes loose, it makes my voice go funky. Thank you guys for pointing that out. But it's a very deep debate about postmodernism, which is kind of a silly term to even say. A deep debate about postmodernism, but it's the kind of stuff I would watch. But it's not first thing in the morning, man. That's like an after dinner mint kind of thing. And then he had his own debate with somebody over if slavery is immoral. And I was like, oof. So I turned nuts trying to watch part of it, but it's just too heavy. And like, yeah. Aren't there some good dick jokes out there? Something that's a little less serious. Um, Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything like that. So I had to go look at the news, and the news is depressing, y'all. There needs to actually be just a good news show on every news station. You got 24/7. You could give us a 15-minute good news show. Don't you think? Just 15 minutes. You don't have to give the normal half hour or hour long one. Take 15 minutes out of some other crap nobody else is watching and just do good news. I just feel like that would be good. That was Kent Hovind. Um, I'm not sure which one you're talking about there. Monkey, do you watch Gadsad? Occasionally. I'm not a follower. Uh, and again, it's not one of those things where I don't like his stuff or he seems perfectly reasonable most of the time I've watched him, and I don't have anything against him. It's just not on my watch list. Shadow Nitix, thank you so much. When you get a chance, check the hashtag put goodies in. Oh, for those of you who are not regular watchers of the Monkey in the Morning Show, you're catching your first morning show in the afternoon, you lazy shits. We have a hashtag around here. It's called hashtag MITAM. And over there, we have viewers send us news stories because we're a very serious program. We have people send us memes because we're not a very serious program, and we have people send us very scantily clad. They can be naked, women, but if they are naked, make sure you cover nipples and vagina because this used to be a One Direction hashtag, and their little kitty followers still come around, and I don't want to be the one that traumatizes them with their first nipple. Anyhow, yeah, I'm seeing some Whew. The ass crack team has been on it already, man. Now I feel, oh man, got some bondage stuff going on there. Wow. Yeah, is this something? Who did that? Evil one, go sit in the corner. Ah, this is a school kids recently went on a trip to a feminist art exhibit, and this is what they saw. This is child abuse. This is insanity. It is the lunacy of the left wing engineering. And now, I can't show this picture on stream because it's got this blue haired bitch's titties in it. But don't worry, you're not going to want to see this. You're not going to look at this and go, oh yeah. No, you're going to be like, ooh, put that away. Put that away. What went wrong there? Wow. Wow. I'm glad I saw the postmodern stuff before this. Cassius says live streams are so much fun. I enjoy them. I have a lot of fun with them. Whoa. Ramen 10 hours ago posted this. Who is this? Wow, the spider chick. If she didn't have all those tattoos on her arm, she'd be like almost perfect. She's like dressed up to be Mary Jane in spider gear. Huh. But again, guys, check out the hashtag for those because we can't share a lot of those on the stream because it's what's the word? Dirty. They're naughty. You should watch STG Dougie. There's a lot of funny videos about retail and things that piss him off. Highly understubbed. Yeah, so many people are. I'll check him out. STG Ducky. Sergeant Ducky. That's not Sergeant. What is that? Doo-doo. Oh man, retail, man. There's a lot of fun to be had in retail stories. I still have never actually done a retail stream like we had talked about. We did it the other day. What day was that? What's it? So probably Thursday's show. We went into no Wednesday show because it was right before the Sinatra stream. Yeah, we went into quite a few stories about the horrors of working back there, man. Working in the retail trenches, man. God, those were some days. And I do want to stress this, man. I had a lot of fun working retail. I did. If you're a people person, which you kind of have to be, otherwise you need to be an overnight stalker. Stalker, not stalker. Two different words. An overnight stalker. But if you enjoy working with people and you enjoy trying to sell, which I kind of do, it's fun. It's fun. Oh, this is Monkey in the morning for Friday. It is Alpha. It's Monkey in the morning in the afternoon. WR says, I hate people. See, I say I hate people a lot, and I hate certain kinds of people a lot. And there's times that I need to decompress. And I won't lie. I would plan my day sometimes when I worked at the store around giving myself time in the back room so that I could decompress from being out on the floor. Because sometimes I'm like always on, you guys. It's just how I am. I like to entertain, but even an entertainer needs just time to decompress. So I'd make sure I had a couple hours each day because there was always something I had to do in the back room. I'd just do all that shit together. And there were times I'd realize, oh shit, I've been back here for like 3 hours and nobody's cared. I better go out on the floor and see what's going on. I used to do everybody's paperwork for them for that same reason too. We had a group of there were basically 3 or 4 of us, but me and 3 friends. These 3 old ladies I always hung out with. They hated doing their paperwork. Like, well, shit, I'll do it for you. Gives me time to go sit in the back and just get paid to write, to fill in. And it was the stupidest paperwork. It was so dumb. We just filled in numbers from their report onto a little piece of paper that nobody ever read. It was awesome. They just checked to make sure we did it once like a year. I was like, yeah, I'll go do your paperwork for you. Now, I will say I would occasionally go, hey, by the way, did you notice this was spiking in your sales? Because that's who I am. And sometimes it ended up with them coming out with a great display because of me, because I'm awesome. No, it's because that's just how it was. Sometimes things start selling and then you point it out and you're like, oh, there you go. And they would watch the floor for me while I did that. But then I'd have to go back out there because there's still a part of me that needs to be around people. We might be adopting a new kitty soon. Cool. Kitties are awesome. I wish we could have another one. But Lady Monkey's really not into the animal thing. So if we had one, it would be mine, and I can't take care of one. Hi, Poppy. Oh, I could. It just would only get to eat every few days. And yeah, I couldn't take care of it. Last night, guys, I had to have Lady Monkey pre-open a 2-liter for me. Because right before the show last night, I went to open a 2-liter and I couldn't do it. Go ahead and make fun. I'm crippled. It's part of my crippleness. I couldn't do it. And she opened it for me and she said, love you, I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow night. I was like, what do you mean tomorrow night? And I got to go into the office tomorrow. Like, oh, could you open another 2-liter for me? So she pre-opened a 2-liter. Get a goldfish. Goldfish are actually more work than you think, man. When you got to clean out their tanks, their cages. Don't put goldfish in cages. Cages are for people at the border. Oh man, so I'm still waiting for our story to break for the day. It's Friday. The hearings the other day didn't go very well for anybody. Well, they went okay for Trump, but they didn't go very well for the Democrats. I did see that Jerry Nadler has said that they're going to court to try to force the grand jury proceedings to be opened up to Congress so they can dig through it, so they can maybe finally impeach Trump, which is probably just not gonna work. But that doesn't feel like the big story. They need something that's gonna take everybody's mind off of how horribly they screwed the pooch on that one. How fucking sad that whole display was. Hey, Monkey, my husband is your biggest fan. Give him a shout out, please. Give Joe a shout out. Hey, Joe, how you doing? I hope you're well. And hi, Emil. Am I saying that right, Emil? I say hi to Joe. See, Joe is a name I can say. I think that's Emil. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. You don't want me to give a nickname because your nickname would be Yammy because I think that would be cute. Can I call you Yammy? Today has been boring, especially in the news, man. I'm looking around. There's nothing. And you wait for a Friday, especially around this time on Friday, they drop something big. Usually they'll actually do it earlier in the day these days. You drop something big to keep everybody talking for the weekend. That way, over the weekend, our politicians can do all kinds of horrible shit while nobody's paying attention. Everybody's just paying it. My name is not Joe, and I'm not your husband. Thank you, Pink Hollow. But you wait for something that makes the headlines for the weekend, and I'm just not seeing it. I did see that we had some labor information come out, and hang on, where was it? GDP is at 2.1%. I don't know what this means. It slows the GDP is slowed down. It goes up and down. It's the second quarter. They keep warning about slowdowns, and then we have huge growths, and they're like, oh, well, we don't know what's going on because they're economists. And you know what? Here's the thing. Economists they're guest artists. Now, if you're talking about somebody who's giving you advice on, investing and all that, well, even investing is kind of a guess, but like, how to invest for your future. Okay, that's the kind of person that you need in your life. The talking heads who go on CNN and Fox and like, that this kind of change is happening. Like, how do you know that? Because we want that to be what's happening. It's completely a guessing game. What about a birthday block between segments and limit it to a few for free? What are you talking about? Where we sing? If you don't like how the singing messes with the flow of the show, the singing started as a way to mess with the flow of the show. Plus, I like singing to people because I feel like people need to embrace their birthdays more. So many people get depressed by it or like don't want to acknowledge it or they get embarrassed when people sing to them. No, man, you need to be there and just embracing it. Jack, my friend, I did not send out any links, but if you want, do you want one? I'm sending you one anyway. You don't get a choice. You don't have to come, but you're getting one anyway. I'll throw it into the regular one, the right one this time. Like I said, I didn't invite anybody specifically because I don't know who's up doing what right now. I have a pretty good feel on everybody else's days, at least, when they're going to be around. Mid-afternoon, I don't know shit. But where were? Oh yeah, so Nadler did say he's gonna go back to the court and demand or ask. And the weird thing is, he's going there specifically to ask to see the grand jury hearing information, so that they can determine whether or not to impeach. You have nothing to impeach on. You can impeach if you want. You have everything that you possibly are going to get out of the grand jury. It's not like somebody in the grand jury hearing is going to go like, yeah, here's all this information about Trump actually doing horrible shit. Because nobody had that. Hey, Jack, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing?
Beat up, but you know how the Mental Guide says, what's this? MIT PM madness. What did I miss? No, it's still MIT AM. It's AM. Jack, are you okay?
Yeah, just knocked over a box.
I knocked my mic loose earlier and started sounding real deep, y'all. No, I didn't do a monkey in the morning. Okay. For those of you just joining us, why this is in the afternoon, I didn't do a monkey in the morning this morning. I was bad. But I woke up and I was sitting here watching those boring videos I talked about. They're not boring. Okay. Too deep for first thing in the morning videos. And I saw several people make comments, and I got a few comments in my DMs, people asking where the show was. And I was moved. I was moved. Is that how you say that? I was touched. Is that the word?
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, I was touched. Bad touch. Uncle Sam, thank you. Monkey, I'm moving into my first apartment next week. Any advice? Make a budget. Make a budget. Make sure you that all your money is budgeted out, including savings and including giving yourself a little to spend if you can. But other than that, keep your place clean and don't let relatives stay over.
And try and tuck a little bit of money away for the inevitable emergencies.
Yep.
I like to do 2 change jars. Put all your
what size?
I actually have Gatorade bottles.
Oh yeah. Well, again, what size?
The regular, what are they, 32 ounce or whatever?
Oh, okay. Not like the giant jugs then.
No, nothing. You're gonna hurt yourself moving.
There you go.
So
okay.
you put all your quarters in one. Those you can spend. Everything else goes in another one. Once it's full, you put it under your bed. Then you get another Gatorade bottle and filled up the same way. Once you get 4 or 5 of them, cash them in and put that money back in one of the jars and fill it up again. And never spend that money. That's emergency fund.
Yeah, any how do I do this? All financial advice, I believe, should start with some kind of emergency savings. Because most people, when they get into problems, it's because they, something comes up and, okay, I can't pay for that because that's my rent, where if you just had that one extra rent saved up, bam, fixed. Because you don't want to get behind on your rent, blah, blah, blah. Just save, man. Save as much as you can. But don't, I don't want to say don't impoverish yourself, you know what I mean? But don't go extravagant. So many people, they'll run right out and they're like, furnish an apartment with all brand new stuff from a rent to own store. Don't do that.
Oh, that's a terrible plan.
Don't do that. Find somebody who has an old bed, an old couch, take the stuff from your room. If you're, I don't know how old you are, but if you're living with your parents and they'll let you just take that shit and live. Faithless says, live within your means. I'm going to correct you there. Live just below your means. Just below, because that's how you get your savings.
Yeah, it's garage sale season. Go get some used furniture from there.
Yep.
Do without.
The other thing, the only other advice I give is embrace it. A lot of people, I got so annoyed by the whole I don't want to adult thing. I saw that all over, Facebook. Facebook was horrible for it. I don't want to adult. I just want to be a kid again. Stop it. Stop it. Yes, there's fun to be had like that, but you know what adults can do that kids can't? Whatever the fuck they want to.
Yeah, and if you have your own place, you can jerk off in the living room or whatever you want.
Yeah.
Stay up past your bedtime eating cereal the unnatural hours of the day and night. It's awesome.
Yeah. If you are pining for the days of being a child, then you're not adulting right. Yes, you do have some responsibility. Oh, no. That's all right. It's not that bad. What, 8 hours a day for 5 days a week? Oh, no.
Yeah, having a grown-up job really blows because it cuts into your fun time. But guess what? There's consequences for having to take care of yourself, and no one else is going to do it, so you have to.
Yeah, it's but it's not that bad. I see so many. If you think about it, 40-hour week, 40-hour work week. And yes, I know a lot of people work more than that and some a little less, whatever. A 40-hour work week is less than 2 days out of your whole week. Less than that. And yeah, it's just spread out over 8 hours. And if you sleep like normal people, 8 hours a day, work 8 hours, that gives you 8 hours for whatever the fuck you want to do every day. Minus drive time. Because you got to get that in there too. But enjoy being an adult. God damn it. Being a child I had a lot of fun as a child. I did. But I found being a child rather limiting, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, you're bound to what other people want to do.
Yeah, well, not just that. You're bound by their rules. You're bound by what they think is fun. Now, don't get me wrong. I have a wife for that now. I have a wife to judge me now. But she can't tell me to stop doing shit. When you become an adult, you can do anything that's legal, and that's fun. That's freeing. These are when I say I hate people, those people like I don't want to adult. Those are the people I'm talking about. Saw something funny earlier, Jack. I watched this postmodern debate, and the first guy who gets up there and he's arguing that we need postmodernism actually argues that SJWs are basically conservatives, and I don't necessarily disagree with him, but what he was arguing is that with SJWs telling you what you can and cannot say, he's like, that's basically what conservatives used to do. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, these are the religious fundies of the 80s.
They are. And it's good to see. And for somebody who's a postmodernist, who, by the way, a lot of people think of as SJWs, and some are, some aren't. But to see one of them acknowledge it was just like, yes. God of Cheese, thank you so much. At work and noticed his stream came on. I'm allowed to wear headphones. I work at a Mexican restaurant, so this obviously is the best stream to listen to in a place where everybody hates Trump. Yeah, I'm not, look, not the biggest Trump lover, but I think that very much like I did with Obama, he just gets so much shit that's undeserved, where there's a lot of places you could argue, and then that should be where you're at. Nadler's going to the fucking courts again to unseal. Look, there's plenty to not like about Trump. Let the Russia stuff go.
They can't, because if they let it go, people look into Hillary's ties to Russia.
Well, somebody, I forget who it was, I saw on Twitter. They had commented to Nadler about how, he said Hillary's people were involved too. Or that he was trying, that Russians were trying to help Hillary, because somebody's like, it proved that Russians were trying to help Trump, and that they tailored their strategy around that. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at some of the numbers. The very best number given to us by Mueller the other day, and actually we're going to go higher than what he said. maybe 200 impressions or 200 million impressions. Sorry, over on Facebook and Twitter and all of the places that this horrible Russian interference happens. Right. That's it. 200 million impressions. It was actually like 150 million, but I'm rounding it up to be as fair as possible. Right.
Okay.
How many impressions do you think are seen a month? Because all an impression it means is somebody saw it, somebody clicked it. 200 million is a drop in the bucket. Billions of impressions are done monthly. Billions. Every time somebody clicks on a link, you have what Facebook has 2 billion users, something like that.
Something like that.
2 billion. Tom Leach says clicks are not impressions. I know, Tom. I'm okay. Technically, it means it's seen. But I'm giving the biggest benefit of the doubt to what it's also 150 million is not 200 million. I'm making this as bad as it can possibly sound. Okay. So 2 billion users turn on their Facebook every day. There's 200 billion impressions at least right there, or 2 billion impressions right there. 200 million. That's it. That was it over the course of the election. Yeah. Oh, it was horrible. It changed everything, y'all. That's fucking retarded.
Well, they're not real bright, so
It's fucking retarded. And
did you already talk about the rumor about Ilhan Omar breaking off with her husband?
no, I didn't hear that.
I will send you a link. One moment.
Cryptic, thank you. Screw living in my means. Here's some cash. No, now I'm living within your means. Hey, Satsu, let me know if you want to come hang out, bud. All right, let's check this out real fast. I actually did want to talk to you about your show last night. We'll do this first.
Cool.
Ilhan Omar splits with her husband and moves into luxury penthouse as she heads for second divorce with father of her 3 children. Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar split with Ahmed Hersey, the father of her 3 children. Omar left her husband and has moved into a penthouse apartment. Wow, said Hersey when approached about the split by dailymail.com. I can't comment on that. I'm sorry, I can't say anything. Yeah, but he can't. He doesn't want to get sad.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, let me grab a Streamlabs. Thank you, Kingslayer Damocles. Keep giving Polly the gamma radiation and black pills. I need more Polly rants. I will do my best.
Oh, that was some amazing stuff.
Yeah, he was on fire.
I felt a real kinship with him last night as I was listening to that. So Omar's splitting with her man, huh? Or split with her man.
Apparently, maybe she's going back to her brother.
Could be. I don't know what he does. Is he? Oh, wow. The bust up comes just as critics are demanding answers as to whether she married her own brother in a successful bid to get him into the United States. There's a picture of her with both husbands. And this might be the first. Well, kind of. This might be the first time I've actually seen him. And all right, I'm not saying they're related. This is him over here. But put a head thing on that face and tell me that's not her. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. A little darker skin, but same basic look there.
Huh. When you get the same dad, I mean, genetics.
I know, it's amazing.
Dominant genes take, so. I'm surprised you hadn't seen that. Sorry.
No, dude, I was only up for like half an hour before I turned this on.
I've been away to my computer all day, so been kind of been moving a lot of boxes today. So
What just happened to my Twitter?
Oh,
I hate the new Twitter. It sucks. This
it
Facebook
does.
bullshit.
Everybody's complaining about it.
Well, remember, it was given to us by 3 women, y'all. And I'm not saying women are bad. I'm saying those 3 women should be fired and never let around anything nice again because they're just going to ruin it.
Pretty much.
Thank you, God of Cheese. By the way, before work, holy hell, Polly got mad on Comic Book Curation this morning when I listened to it late.
Yeah, he did.
He was fired up.
Yeah, I suggested the name of the stream as The Week and Woke, and he's like, yes, that's perfect. He was fired up before we got on the air. It was great.
Thank you, Antitheist Penguin. Propaganda is effective. Example, Omar brother marriage. No, it's not that, man. Well, one, there's a lot of information there. I'm not one of those there's smoke, there's fire kind of people. Where there's smoke, you might want to at least look and make sure there's not a fire.
Yeah. It's one of those things that's going to linger until it gets resolved. It's always going to be in the background haunting her until somebody comes out and confirms it or disproves it.
Well, for a long time, I mean, it was just propaganda that Elizabeth Warren was lying about being a Native American.
Yeah, just because it's a conspiracy theory doesn't mean it's not true. It just means it's not proven one way or another. Some conspiracy theories are good and have evidence. Others are insane and ridiculous. And others are about getting sad. And we don't do that around here because we're very happy people.
Very happy people. I've never been happier. This is an interesting, it's just a short little story here. Fox News contributor Rachel Campos Duffy started a heated argument by diagnosing Robert Mueller with early stage dementia during a panel on Outnumbered Friday. This is what she said, quote, "We saw what we saw. I thought the lawyer was a visiting angel, not a lawyer. He is in early stage dementia." And then she got cut off by someone else.
Yeah, early stage, I'd say mid stage.
I don't know what was wrong with him, but
there was something going on there. I don't know if he was intentionally acting that way, but it didn't look like it. I've been around enough old people. He looked a little doddering.
He just looked old.
Yeah.
Fake news travels faster and further than reality. That's the danger of this post-truth society. Trump is truly the postmodern president. Well, the fake news traveling faster than reality, that news about her has been out since 2013.
Yeah, and something like that.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about that story, and one of the reasons that it is interesting to me, is that when it was first brought up, it was just right-wing stuff, and this was just in Minnesota, specifically in the Minneapolis region where she's from, and their local paper, I forget the name of it, the Legistar, some shit like that. And it's a big paper. It's not some rinky-dinky little thing. Their main paper in that city refused to even talk about it until this year. And even they've started asking questions, going, something is not adding up here. And the guys who originally broke the story, they're mad as fuck about that. They're like, we told you this years ago and nobody listened. So I'm not saying she married her brother. I'm saying, see, that's what I did earlier. Let me know if my voice gets deep.
You're fine.
That's what is the interesting part about this is it is blown up like that, even in the paper that was suppressing it at the beginning. Again, not saying that she married him, but there are some interesting questions there. Very interesting questions. So, Jack, last night.
Yes, sir.
You guys, I was listening the whole time. Well, not the whole time. I missed like the first probably half hour. And then I tuned in and I listened to it the rest of the time as I sit here playing video games, cursing my life. Do you remember the other day I was talking about shooting? And I said, well, I don't know if you were on the show yet. I said, I can't go shooting.
Yeah, because the recoil.
Yeah. Coughing is just as bad.
Yeah.
And I spent most of yesterday coughing. I think you got me sick, motherfucker.
How can I get you sick over the internet?
I don't know, but I'm blaming you.
You caught a virus? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I should have wore a condom before we talked. Because Jack was sick.
Do you any good.
Hey, just let it happen. You were sick, and then I got sick. I'm like, that motherfucker got me sick. And it's actually the weather here because I know there's a lot of places that pull the line. You know, if you don't like the weather here, just wait a few hours. Michigan is literally like that.
Yeah.
It is so schizophrenic up here with the weather. The other day it was like 50. Yesterday it was like almost 85, and today it's in the 60s. And that just causes. I'm too old for that shit. My sinuses are like, fuck you. I hope you die. And so yeah, I was just coughing horribly yesterday, and the coughing finally subsided. But man, now my whole upper body's like, oh, this isn't fun. This is not fun at all. So I was just sitting here. That's why I wasn't very active in your chat last night.
No, that's okay. I knew you weren't feeling good.
But I was listening, and Polly went on a rant that may rival my best one ever.
Oh man, yeah, he was on fire.
He was lit, man. That shit was amazing. If you guys, okay, look, you're not watching comic book curation Wednesdays nights after 10 p.m. sometime. Follow Jack or follow Polly so you know exactly what time it's going to start. But you are missing out. These guys talk about some great stuff. I almost hate the name of it because we have to explain to people that it's not just nerdy, geeky stuff. Because people, oh, you're talking comic books. You must be a geek. Well, yeah, I am, but that's not the point. Real quick, Lamented Guy, thank you. Come to Delaware if you want really schizo weather. I will put mine against yours, I promise.
Whew. I've been to Delaware. It sucks. It's probably on the same like Gulf Stream weather pattern. I'm throwing a link to the comic book curation from last night in the chat. So
yeah.
You guys can check it out.
As Polly... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's one of our better viewed ones within such a short time because we just streamed it 12 hours ago and it's already 384 views.
Nice.
And that usually takes us a week to get to.
Nah, we'll help with that because that one deserves to be watched. All of them do. Guys, when Polly does his pitch for this every day at the end of the show, what he tells you is anything in and around comics. And let's dig into what that means, Jack. That means comic books, of course.
Of course.
It means movies.
Yep.
Television.
Yep, of course. Actors in general.
Actors. The internet. Comics are all over the internet, including, Facebook, Twitter, all over. But there's even the Comicsgate thing now. So you even have a big part of it within the social justice fight, which is where it really gets a lot interesting. Because some of the stories these days in comic books just aren't, but the stories around them, in and around, is what Polly says, in and around comic books. And you guys, you're missing out if you're not watching these things. You can name your stream things other than Monkey in the Morning, right? Of course I know that. But I'm not gonna. And you're talking comics without me. I didn't know. Are you out of work, dude? You want to come hang out? Like I would tell Scribe, no. my oldest streaming partner. Yeah, nah, fuck you, man. And you can't come. Johnny Hellcat says, especially the favorite, Mark Ruffalo. Oh.
Yeah, fuck Mark Ruffalo. I'm surprised Polly didn't work him into the rant because he usually likes to bag on Mark Ruffalo when he's on a tirade. Like we all do.
Oh, he was. Oh my God, man. I've heard Polly fired up before. Never heard him like that. And this, what was it that kicked this one off? This was the
dude, I don't even remember. It was like a nonstop half-hour rant is what it felt like. I know it wasn't, but it felt like it.
Well, there was the link that Sinatra had sent, and I think that's in our group one. So let's pull that.
Oh yeah, that was that lady admitting what they want.
What is this?
Good morning, sir.
Morning, you say?
Yes, we're on Japanese morning time, dude. It's morning in Japan.
The land of the rising sun.
Yep. Konnichiwa.
All right.
Konnichiwa.
Well, I can hang out for a few minutes. What's this about comic books and stories and stuff? I just read a review of the new X-Men series they're putting out, and how, from all I can tell, they're turning the X-Men into the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
They talked about that last night on Comic Book Curation too. I was watching that part going, are you insane?
Yeah, I was like, okay, so all right, you brought back Krakoa. All right, well, that was the place where the new, all different Uncanny X-Men originated from when they started that storyline back in the day. So okay, you want to use that as the setting, but now you're all either part of its hive mind or you're actually turning evil. I think Krakoa's psychic powers that were causing Xavier all the problems when it first appeared way back when is controlling Xavier now, and he in turn is controlling all the X-Men through Cerebro, and it's actually Krakoa who's the enemy, and we're going to find that out 7 issues down the line or something.
I had a similar theory. It's only a 6-issue miniseries, and they're doing a parallel miniseries called Powers of X. But I don't know, because with modern Marvel, their ideas are so lazy that they'll latch onto about anything, and it's quite possible they actually are just letting them turn them evil.
No. Here's the thing. All right, and again, I'm stretching here. Krakoa is white supremacy, and none of the X-Men realize how they're contributing to it because they're under its thrall.
That's a possibility, but they have a series underlying all their comics lately where it's everybody's the minorities, and the minorities are rising up. So I think it's a power fantasy that they're being manipulated into rising up against the man to seize the means of production or some nonsense bullshit like that. It's pretty bad either way. It's well written. It's just, I don't want to read supervillains. I don't want to watch people I liked as characters and all the development that went into them get chucked out the window and shat on.
There was an interesting theory last night. I forget which one of you guys posited it was that this was an allegory, that the X-Men were being turned into an allegory for the Palestinians.
Yeah, that was me. Because Polly argued Israel, and I said no, because they're basing it in Jerusalem, and they're going against the Jews. So they're the Palestinians.
Oh, okay. And so now they found their own nation again. I mean, not that we didn't already have Genosha. Oh, let's just forget that whole thing happened. Okay,
yeah,
now we have
M? No.
Yeah. Asteroid M, Genosha. No. Now we have Krakoa. This is the new mutant homeland. And never mind that one we rose out of the sea from Atlantis. Back in the never mind all that.
No,
it's Mutanstein.
They can't come up with something new. It's like we must wait. Well, I mean, whether it's an allegory for Palestine or not, you could call that the same for Genosha. You could call that all these other things in the past that they've done, where it's like mutants are separate from human beings and they need their own safe space. That's basically it. And Magneto had Asteroid M. The X-Men and everybody else moved for Genosha, trying to have these competing mutant states kind of thing. You could use that for a separation of peoples with similar backgrounds but with different philosophies. You could use that for an analogy for any number of situations. North and South, Israel, Palestine, whatever.
Guys, if you think the rest of your media has been infected with social justice, that kind of stuff, comic books has been. I don't read very many. Most of what I get is from watching Comic Book Curation. What was the Lois Lane story the other day?
Russia.
Yeah, oh God. When she
really?
Yep.
Oh yes. Oh, Scribe.
I don't pay attention to DC, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, dude, she got Jim accosted in the press room, and because and the title of the issue was "Enemy of the People."
Yes.
Don't learn till the end, but yeah, she has information on current administration getting paid off to lock up detainees on the border, and it's orchestrated by Russia.
See,
Yeah.
there was now it is not a new thing for comic books to literally lift current events and translate them over into their quasi-real worlds of the comic books. But the better storylines, the better analogies were always those that were based around the theme of the times and not necessarily the events of the time. So, for example, back when you had Richard Nixon and Watergate, you had a very big distrust in government. And that's when you started having the disillusion of some of the characters towards being truth, justice, and the American way. They weren't necessarily quoting Nixon directly or pointing that out, but they were sort of going along with the mood of the country, the theme of the times. And that speaks longer and has more duration than saying, oh, look at this one event out of current events that now we're going to use. Yeah.
Scribbles, you should have seen this. It is like they just took headlines from the news and used that in their panels.
Is somebody that worked on Law and Order working for Marvel Comics?
I'm guessing
because rip from the headlines,
right? That it's worse than that. It's Law and Order Special Victims Unit, where the writing is even worse. So
she literally got accosted, dude. Kicked out of the press, and she at the end she's walking out all proud in Jim Acosta stance. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they revoked her press pass and everything.
Yep.
No, it was written by Greg Rucka, who was actually a pretty decent writer back in the day, like 15, 20 years ago. But he got Trump derangement syndrome real bad, and now he's awful.
It's you guys make me not want to read comics. I actually saw because I do follow Marvel on Twitter.
Dude, I paid money for that book. I paid $4.
Well, Monkey, have you read Kraven's Last Hunt yet?
I haven't. It's sitting in, but I was getting to that.
You need to.
Marvel put out a thing today. Here's all the comics coming out next week. What are you most looking forward to reading? And I almost put in there Kraven's Last Hunt because I haven't read it yet, but none of it even the only thing that looks interesting to me so far that I've seen recently that's from the majors. I want to be clear there. Is the Symbiote series, and that's only because they're literally going back and just stealing the story from the 80s.
Yeah. Well, they've been doing these facsimile reprints where they reprint everything about the issue, including the ads. And,
sorry.
Dan Didio from DC just came out and said he's upset that they're selling better than a lot of their main titles.
Well, there was this great series that I collected as a kid, and I was too naive then to understand what I was getting, because I thought I was getting like I went to the comic book store and they had this long box full of Marvel comics, and I found like the first appearance of the Green Goblin. Oh my gosh! And I was so excited. But what it was is they had a series of reprints back in the day called Marvel Tales. Mostly focused on Spider-Man, X-Men, the big titles and things like that. And they were just reprints of the classic issues. And I ate that shit up because it was great. I was like, oh my God, I can get like the original story. Okay, it's not the original issue, but that's beside the point. I like having that tactile sensation of having the thing and reading through it for the first time and sort of, having that sort of like snapshot of history. And I bought those far more when they were available than I did the new stuff at the time, because the new stuff was just, and this is saying something in comic books, they're just wacky in comparison. Like, Peter Parker's parents are back. Oh my God, they are. Oh no, they're clones. Are you kidding me? Oh, I can't believe it.
No. We are not allowed to talk about the Clone Saga here.
No. This is before the Clone Saga.
No.
This is the precursor to the Clone Saga. This is a whole bunch of other bullshit.
Yeah, that's what brought us the Clone Saga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's the prequels.
It was, man. Oh God.
No, Mike. That's how I read the day Gwen Stacy died.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, it's great. It's still great. Oh my God, you can look through that. It's still powerful.
My dog ate that one. I was so pissed. That's how I have Amazing Fantasy 15. It's how I have several of the really great issues. Yeah, but they're reprints, so they're only worth $1.50. Like, that's all right. It's the same fucking story.
And it reminds you it reminds you how these things, even simple stories, even artwork or clothing styles or whatever else that are completely anachronistic at this point, how simple and strongly told stories still work. All this convolution, all this politics, all this nonsense that has nothing to do with just good guy, bad guy, archetypes that we as regular human beings can relate to, not having to read the news in comic book form.
Well, that's why I keep pushing the notion when we talk about comic book curation. Why do I keep saying that, Bick?
I don't know.
Comic book curate. Real quick. Hi, P-Dog.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, it's a
Not much,
doggy.
but how you
We're
doing?
a dog.
Carry on.
Why I keep bringing up with comic book curation is that it's not just about talking about comic books. There's actually only a very small portion of it. Usually when you guys are talking about a specific issue that's been released or the pitches at the end where you're talking about a book itself. Usually you're talking about the news around it. And the one that set him off last night, the one that set Polly off on that amazing epic fucking rant, which I hope far turns into a little otter thing, was the story about the chick who said, now that we have female Thor, let's just take over all of the white male characters.
Right. Yeah.
And you guys, there was a little build up to it. They talk about it a little bit. And then Polly just went the fuck off. And for the record, what I'm saying, he was not unreasonable at all. He was spot on with everything he fucking said. But it was just glorious to listen to. Such an amazing rant.
Have you ever played or heard of the video game Freedom Force?
Oh, I loved Freedom Force.
Okay, Freedom Force, when I played that, and that was what, the early 2000s or whatever.
Yeah.
Mid 2000s. I mean, I was sort of in the throes still of my disillusionment after the Clone Saga, even though that was years prior. But I played Freedom Force, and just the 4-color, just bombastic, over the top characterizations, and we got to save the world, and you got the little quips here back and forth. I mean, I that game made me fall in love again with the idea of comic books, but also sort of galvanized my cynicism over the current state of comic books, because I'm like, it's never going to be like that again. Even if you make things a little bit more sophisticated, because yes, audiences have matured and the people that really enjoyed those comic books are older now, but you really should harken back to just the core of that stuff, which is like, heroes who are tried and true, some who and I have some flaws, sure, the Spider-Mans, the Wolverines, but just stick to that. Stick to those struggles. Make them simple. Don't go all over the place with this bullshit.
Real quick, I have to point out that Becca sent in pictures. This was before Dog was on, before the three of us, I believe, and I think she hit perfect on all of them. There's a brunette with long curly hair. There's a little Asian, and then there's a redhead. Over on the hashtag MITAM.
Ooh,
a redhead. What?
Yeah, like I said, Becca, who has become a wonderful member of the old Ass Crack team.
Oh my!
Yeah, right.
Oh,
my!
Indeed. That's nice. Thank you.
I love our Ass Crack team. I really do. They bring there's a lot of good stuff on there, man. There were some domination pictures. I don't know how much anybody's into that, but earlier,
you don't know how much anybody's into that. What?
Well, I don't know how much you get into like the leather play and stuff. This is a woman who's all weathered up. So I know you like your domination, but I don't know how much you get into the dress up part of it.
Right.
That is often, I think, sometimes unfairly linked to it, because it's not always about the dress up part of it, guys.
No, it's oftentimes it has nothing to do with the dress up or
Right.
even the dressing down. It's more of a mental plane.
Indeed. But a lot of people, oh, she's in leather, she must be into that kinky BDSM stuff. Or she just likes to dress in leather.
Right. Yeah.
It's, but yeah, guys, if you have not seen that episode of Comic Book Curation from last night, do yourself a favor and watch. At the very least, find that rant, because holy shit, I was proud, man. I was like, that is cultural appropriation, bitch. Yeah, it was an excellent rant. Excellent rant. And Nuts, thank you, sweetheart. She just dropped the links for the Streamlabs in there for us. Remember, Monkey in the Morning is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the channel, you can like, you can share, you can buy a shirt, as we saw at the beginning of the stream. Some of those are nice shirts, man. And it is your right to be wrong. That link's down below. Jack makes me tell you guys that I have a Patreon. See how I put that on you so it doesn't sound like I'm shilling?
Yeah, and the Teespring store. Don't forget that.
And the Teespring store. Yes. So there's lots of ways to do it, including direct donations if you're so inclined. And we thank you for all the support. P-Dog, man, what you been up to?
Well, I'm in the process of buying a new microphone because this one doesn't really suit me. No, I just been doing my stream still every morning, and just got home from my afternoon gig, and I saw you on here, and I'm like, well, I didn't hear you this morning, so I figured I'd find you this afternoon.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I just couldn't this morning, and woke up, and like I said, they didn't guilt me into it. They catered to my ego into it. What is that? Flattered me into it. Yeah, there you go. People like, where's the show? And are you okay? And we missed you this morning. Like, oh, damn it. Now I got to go dance.
I'm used to hearing you either at 2 or 3 in my time, and if I don't hear you at 2 or 3, I'm used to hearing you around 7 or 8, and you weren't there either one. I'm like, I hope nothing happened. I hope you didn't find some stairs or something.
Stairs ain't never stopped me. Fuck those stairs. I'll do it from the bottom of the stairs if I had to, just to show my contempt. Is it wrong that I have contempt for an inanimate object? In fairness, they're out to get me. Oh man, Scribbles.
Mm-hmm.
You done with your workday?
Yeah, I got everything done quickly and was able to burn a little vacation time to just kind of skip out a little bit. I didn't skip out on anything on my responsibilities. And of course, there's always the tightrope of what happens when I get my little notification tonight as to whether things are still working. But for all intents and purposes, yes, I'm done.
Yeah, don't forget tonight we're over on Scribbles channel for Lords at Night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Monkey and Gravity are not fellow travelers. Well, we are.
Oh, shit.
We just don't like each other.
Yeah, Gravity embraces Monkey on a regular basis.
And I'm giving it the finger the whole time.
All the way down the staircase.
It touches the monkey butt in ways it's not allowed to.
Well, guys, sorry, I do have to go. I got to get some, I have a lunch thing I got to do. And so, yeah, but I just want to stop in and rant about comic books for a minute.
Oh, glad you did. And we'll see you tonight, bud.
Yep. Bye, guys. Bye, P-Dog. Haven't talked to you in a while.
Bye, Scribe.
And bye P-Dog. Bye, Jack. Bye, Monkey. Bye, everybody. And thank you. Sorry, what was her name? Megan? Whoever sent the redhead?
Becca.
Sorry, Becca. Thank you for the redhead. Appreciate it. I'll be looking at that privately momentarily.
That's his lunch date. That's his afternoon delight.
I'm actually looking at that right now. And I say 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But here's the thing. It's not that I don't like the young Asian lady. It's just that I would break her.
Yeah, that's why I like her.
Yes, I don't want anyone I could break.
Look,
oh, Mr. Jack, me no like it there. Oh, Mr. Jack.
Okay.
Oh, no, don't. Just kidding.
Oh, Mr. Jack. God of Cheese, thank you. Monkey's afraid of stairs like Polly is afraid of journalism trying to sneak social justice into his comics. Am I right? Well played. Well played. I actually the brunette. Her face seems off to me, but everything else about that picture is right. So
she's got a face too.
They did something weird.
I
with
know,
her
right?
lips.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, like really pale.
Yeah, like she's wearing some frost lipstick or some shit. But see, I would not break her. Well, let me rephrase that. No, I'm not even going to rephrase that because I'll get in trouble. Prospero's in the chat, and I don't want to offend her.
I offend Prospero in the chat all the time.
I know.
But she knows it's out of a place of love.
Hey, Straight Sith Mail, by the way, thank you for subscribing. I just got a little bell in my ear that
Oh, that's cool.
I noticed that, so I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Necrosoft.
everybody should be subscribed to you.
Necrosoft says, "Oh my god, I laughed out loud at that, Jack. Jack's going to get us in trouble." Oh, Prospero, offend me? Good luck. Yeah, really? I've done it many times. I've done it to the point where you're like, bring me on. I'm like, all right, come on. And you got mad at me, and then I told you my side of the story, and you're like, okay, yeah, you're right. Ha! That was a women suck story or rant that I went on one time. And it's not that women suck. It's that
The good ones do.
well, yeah, the really good ones initiate it. Sorry.
Stop dying.
It's my ribs. I hate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about something?
Always.
So I'm in your hashtag and I'm scrolling down, and it just reminded me of this story about the school kids who went to the feminist art exhibit. Have you seen that yet?
Oh yeah. Where the naked fat chick is.
Yeah, and the polyurethane partial bodies of vagina and boobs and stuff.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they thinking?
Sorry,
I swore.
Yeah, don't fucking swear, man.
You're allowed to swear.
On this show, you're allowed to swear as much as you like. Dying on stream, will get you banned. No shit, right?
Yeah, ain't nobody want to see that.
No.
They think that they are fighting back against what is it? The social construct of people being beautiful and healthy, and the negative connotations that come with the women's body. It's stupidity. That's what it is.
They're denying science because they don't understand evolutionary biology and how men are attracted to women. Yes, some guys are into chubby chasing or whatever, but most guys want somebody that's athletic or at least kind of athletic looking. They prefer specific body types, and they're trying to deconstruct that, which is almost impossible. And you can't undo thousands of millennia of evolution. I can't talk. Words are hard.
Words are hard.
Allow me to repeat myself. Ain't nobody want to see that.
Right.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Well, this is something that keeps coming up. Is them denying science part? Yeah, there's a wide variety of what people like, but there is a norm.
Wide.
Yeah, there is a norm. There's a within reason kind of thing. Now, and Jack, you like them like really thin.
I like them athletic and toned. Is how I like to phrase it. Thin is just a patriarchal word.
I will kick
I don't
you.
believe in that. As long as the thigh gap's there, that's a sign of love.
But even with that, I mean, you can appreciate somebody like Hillary Duff, who's not exactly the thinnest chick out there. She's not fat by any means.
No, but I'd bang that out. Yeah, I'm not saying, like I said before, I totally would bang it out with Hillary Duff. Or Sarah Michelle Gellar. Neither of them have thigh gaps. They're what you would call normal. You can't see the air quotes, but they're there.
No, Sarah Michelle Gellar's thin as fuck. What are you talking about? Unless she's put on weight since Buffy.
She could lose a few pounds.
No, she couldn't. She disappeared.
Oh my God, come on. All right, now I got to look it up.
If Sarah Michelle Gellar lost a couple of pounds, UNICEF would show up at her door.
Well, just because I have a UNICEF outfit doesn't make it not UNICEF.
Just saying. I like the Asian gal says outfit. Well, that's the thing. I mean,
who doesn't?
There are plump Asians, but they're not the norm because they don't have a lot of food over in Asia. They have too many people and not enough food.
They're trying to look good for their man because competition, you know.
They're trying to get a green card from Jack.
Well, you know, I got what it takes to give them the anchor baby. Now, I'm just saying that Asians are the universal default because there are billions of them. So of course we're attracted to them. We should. The norm.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is a transvestite donkey wench. South Park got it right the first time. That wasn't Sarah Michelle Gellar. That was
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker's a seahorse.
Yeah, that's
Sarah Michelle Gellar was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not that ugly chick from Sex and the City.
All right, I got to be honest though, she's not that bad. Come on,
who?
Sarah Jessica Parker. Well, she wasn't. There's something cute about her, even with that weird nose.
No, she has not been cute since Footloose, and then something went wrong.
She wasn't cute then either. She looks like she had a whole ugly tree fall on her.
Well, she wasn't and she was also in the movie Girls Just Want to Have Fun with Helen Hunt, which was not fair at all to her.
What's his name? Matthew Broderick is a fucking American hero for jumping on that grenade all the time.
Indeed, he should get a Medal of Honor for that shit.
Yeah. No, man, I never found her attractive. I always thought she looked kind of like she had a abnormally large face and head.
In Footloose, I didn't think she was bad. I thought she was okay.
She's fucking Eric Stoltz in Mask,
and she is now. If you guys have never seen it, I believe it's still a live website. Sarah Jessica Parker is a Horse is great. Sarah Jessica Parker is a horse.com. I love that existed. I hope it still exists. It's a bunch of pictures of her next to a picture of a horse that looks like her in that scene. It's awesome.
Oh, thanks for dropping by, Agent Penis. Glad everything checks out to your standards.
All right, can we move on to something now?
Real quick.
You already talked about this. Never mind.
Straight Sith Mail says Cruel Intentions. You know what? Sarah Michelle Gellar in Cruel Intentions was awesome, but I hate that movie because it's fucking retarded.
It's a remake of Dangerous Liaisons done
with kids,
teenagers. Yeah,
that's
the one with the kids at the school.
Were they was it? I don't remember.
It was like a prep school.
Like a prep school.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
With what's the dude? He plays a cop now. Right. The hell's that dude's name?
Ryan something, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the movie.
Greasy spoon.
Were she and the other chick make out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alpha asks, Sarah Jessica Parker was in Footloose. Yeah, she was the best friend of Ariel. Cruel Intentions 2 was pretty nice with the lesbian naked girls in the shower. I haven't seen that, but I'm going to put it on my watch list.
Yeah, Monkey will research it through the Christian Science Monitor website, but anytime you hear the phrase lesbian naked girls in the shower, I'm in.
Yeah.
Ryan Philippe, that's his name.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
And wasn't Selma Blair, isn't that who Sarah Michelle Gellar made out with?
I don't remember who the other chick was. The only thing I remember is, weren't they him and her, Sarah Jessica Parker and
Ryan,
Sarah Michelle Gellar and Ryan, they were step siblings?
Yes.
And she wanted to bone him, and he's like, nah. Okay, we're gonna have another Marty moment here. Your stepsister, you're not related.
We have to talk about this again.
Looks like Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she wants to suck your dick, and you're like, nah, bullshit. You will have that shit out. You will be on Pornhub tomorrow with that video.
It depends on how long your parents have been married. If
that's a fair point, actually, because the longer you live with someone, the more you grow to resent them and hate them.
There's natural reasons why you don't do that with someone you grew up with. There's just it's that what is that what's that biology something
biological imperative,
well, something like that.
Look, you're not related. Look, no, this is a high school boy and his hot ass stepsister wants to blow him. Come on.
If they grew up if their parents were married when the kids were really young, no, you have too much familiarity with that person. If your parents got married when you were 17 and 18, Possibly because you
Possibly. At that point, I'm whipping my dick out at her anyway. Be like, we ain't related.
Westermark effect. Is that what I was trying to say? I don't know.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm saying you let her blow you. And if she's a good sister, she's going to swallow. Remember, step sibling, not real sibling. Never do that with family. That's disgusting. Step, that's fine. That's science.
So it's disgusting when there's siblings, but if there's time travel involved, you're okay with it.
They weren't siblings. Now were they?
No, that was his mom.
Okay, he brought this up. I just want this pointed out.
No, you brought this up by saying this is another Marty effect, and I knew where you were going. Is Marty McFly?
I didn't. No. I did not.
It was all going to circle back. I know you.
I wasn't going to bring up Marty, but since you did, she wasn't his mom at that point.
You know, you keep saying Marty, and I thought you were talking about me.
No.
Like, what Marty effect? What the hell are you talking about?
Johnny Hellcat says, do you mind if I shill a charity stream? By all means, go ahead.
And Green Thunder, the Mighty, and Charles Morrison, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you guys.
Also, Blind, Pincalo, toss your GoFundMe in there. They're raising money for their wedding.
Hey, what the hell's going on with that, by the way? Did someone try to fuck with them on that?
What?
Did someone try to mess with their GoFundMe thing?
Not that I'm aware of.
I saw something where someone was trying to mess with that or trying to screw it over.
Not that I'm aware of.
That's really douchey. They're nice people.
Yeah, they are. Monkey, don't do that while thinking about your mom. Yeah. Don't touch yourself while thinking about your mom.
Oh, that Marty thing. Oh shit, from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Would you do your mom if you went back to the future?
No, I didn't ask if you would do your mom.
If you'd let her do your thing.
I asked if Marty would have done his mom. That's different.
If he would have let her do him, right?
Prospero says there was an issue last night on Minions. It's been dealt with. Cool. All right.
Okay, good.
Drop the GoFundMe and Jack just did it. Thank you so much, bud. Someone with an old beef is criticizing me for saying tell him to suck my dick. Anyhow.
And you would let them, right?
It's just something to tell them.
Okay.
No. The Marty thing, I wasn't going to bring up. Jack brought it up. I'm just saying he would at least caught a finger. That's all. At least got a little blowjob out of it.
Oh my God. Joy
said, what did I walk into? Jack brought up some old shit that I was trying to let bury.
You wish.
It is the cereal soup argument of Monkey in the Morning, and it just shows the difference between those two programs. That's what happens when I have the reins all to myself. I'm out. I'm not doing the Marty thing. We're not doing the Marty thing. We were talking about Cruel Intentions. And I'm just saying, if your gorgeous ass stepsister is like, at the very least, he'd be like, all right, don't tell nobody. Kingslayer, thank you. Why is the Fast and Furious so popular? It's just Point Break with cars. Well, Point Break was a great movie. The original, not that repeat bullshit.
It's also not as well written as Point Break. Just throwing that out there. It's a little dumbed down, watered down version.
Well, there's several movies like that where people are like, I don't get why people like this. One of the other ones that I hear a lot is Triple X. Like, that movie's dumb. It is dumb, but you know what? It is a good time.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I've fallen asleep every time I've tried to watch that.
The first one I loved. I haven't seen either of the sequels.
I went to the theater and saw the first one twice and saw a total of once because I fell asleep both times at different points in the movie.
It's very much like a Bond film in the fact that it drags on a little too long.
Yeah.
But especially the beginning of it is fucking amazing.
And the girl in there who ends up being the cheerleader at the end, that's Asia Argento. Remember, she's the one with the texting the young boy scandal?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked her in that because she looked like she was slightly retarded.
Yeah, she kind of looks that way in most of her.
She does. Well, she looks like that in real life. I don't know what it is about her, but there's something like she's kind of retarded. You can't bang her. But no, that one, Point Break is a dumbass movie. It is fucking retarded. Like, we're gonna catch bank robbers by surfing. What?
Surfing USA. Oh,
But it's a fun movie. It's a lot of fun. Same with Fast and Furious. I mean, we're gonna catch murderous bank robbers by racing. But you know what I like about those, Jack? They remind me of pure 80s films. Because
movies were fun then. They didn't have messaging like they do now.
They're just dumbass movies that they're like, we're going to make this a fun story. And they do. And no, it's not for everybody, but I've never watched any of the other Fast and Furious, but that first one, I probably watch once every couple of years.
I just found my VHS copy of Action Jackson the other day.
Oh my God.
And I love that movie.
That's another one. Action Commando.
Yeah, man. Predator. All those movies were just fun. I also found my VHS copy of Firewalker with Chuck Norris and Louis Gossett Jr.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't heard of that in a long time.
My favorite line in Predator is when they killed Jesse Ventura and they say something about, I think we lost the body.
Yeah.
Everything about that movie was good.
Very subtle.
Predator forever. No, I miss when movies were just fun, when it was just a good time. I like Marvel films, I do, but they seem to be the only thing that is made anymore.
Yeah.
And I know they're not. I know there's other ones, but there's just not. Hollywood doesn't just make fun movies. It's sad.
They got to have a message.
It's got to have
like Cobra.
Yeah.
Oh, Cobra, yeah.
That movie is so bad, but it was so fun to watch.
Yeah, that was like one of those guilty pleasure movies.
In the whole movie, they were trying to make it look like Brigitte Nielsen wasn't a foot taller than Sylvester Stallone.
Mm-hmm. That's a big bitch. Fast and the Furious had the longest quarter mile ever. 1 minute, 30 seconds. I timed it. Jesus. Well, maybe they were just going slow. Tango and Cash is one of the dumbest movies ever that was just great.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. That's a great movie.
Oh, yeah. That's a racist movie by today's standards, but it was awesome. Yeah. You're the disease and I'm the kid. Yeah, you don't have any since we don't have these kind of movies, you just don't have the great one-liners anymore either.
Yeah. I come in peace, then you go in pieces.
I'll be back. I mean, that's what I'll be back is like one of the most famous things ever, and it was just one dumb throwaway line. It's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to Bad Boys 3. Is that still a go? Last I knew it was, but the Bad Boys franchise, they take it, they almost try to make it too cinematic. You're a buddy cop film, embrace it.
I don't like those movies.
I love buddy cop movies, man.
No, I like buddy cop movies. I don't like the Bad Boys movies.
The first one was much better than the second.
Only because you didn't know what to expect in the first one, and then the second one was basically
It's not just that. If you go, this happens with a lot of buddy cop movies when they get their second movie. If you watch Beverly Hills Cop, you watch what's the other one that I was just thinking of? Lethal Weapon. Both of these, if you watch the first movie, there's the humor and stuff in it, but these are gritty movies. And then you get to the second one, and it's a Hollywood movie now.
Right.
It's all about the humor. It's all about the flashing. All the grit is gone from it. And the first Bad Boys, there was some grit to that movie, and then you get to the second one, and it's just like, oh look, everything's just blowing up all over the place. So, I like the grittiness. It's one of the reasons. Although I really wish The Last Boy Scout would have had a sequel, I'm glad it didn't, because they just wouldn't have been able to recapture it the way the original one was done, and it would have went Hollywood, you know. Oh look, somebody's getting a girlfriend, because they always have to do that in those movies. Oh look, somebody's getting a girlfriend and going straight.
Well, how would they have worked Wayans into the second one anyway?
He becomes Bruce Willis's partner in the detective agency. Because that's where they were headed at the end of that movie, is those two working together. Pincala said, I thought The Last Boy Scout did have a sequel. I just can't remember it. No, they never made a sequel. And I was always sad about that. But now that I sit here and think about it, I'm glad they didn't, because they it's not that I don't like things like Beverly Hills Cop 2. That's a great movie. And the other one I mentioned, Lethal Weapon 2. That's fun. By 3, it was just getting stupid. And then by 4 is like god awful.
The only thing good about 4 was that it had Jet Li in it.
Yeah. And that was when he was popular in Hollywood. So they're just like, we got to throw Jet Li in here. But once they brought in Mask Face, called that other girl Mask. What's her name?
Rene Russo?
Yeah, Rene Russo. That bitch has a big face, man. A big, weird shaped face.
No, I just figured out what you meant by mask face.
Yeah, from the
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She does have that big kind of chin.
She's got, and the older she gets, I don't know if you've seen her recently, she actually looks like the kid from Mask without any makeup on.
Dude, Eric Stoltz, yeah, man. Messed up.
It's horrible. Omega says Hudson Hawk. Oh yeah, Hudson Hawk was excellent. Stupid fucking movie though.
Yeah, really stupid movie.
People get mad at me when I say that about movies in the 80s, that they're stupid. If you look at the plots, a lot of them are really fucking dumb. They're just dumb.
If you have fun watching it, what's it matter?
Yeah, it's just well-written romp. I mean, Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, that's a stupid fucking premise. Actually, all of those kind of movies where, the cops are just out there shooting the fuck out of everybody, that's stupid, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Commando is one of my favorite movies, and there's 2 reasons for that. One, it was just a good romp with Schwarzenegger, but also that was back before Alyssa Milano had Politics, and she was so cute. Me and Alyssa Milano were the same age. Well, I think she's 1 year older than me. So yeah, I used to watch that because she gave me a boner.
Now she's got the Downsy egg.
That's all right. She still gives me a boner.
I was going to say, she still gives you a boner. She just kills it every time she tweets.
No, she doesn't kill it. I want to help her out in life and give her my dick to play with so she stops typing. I'm a giver.
Yes, you are very generous with your dick.
K9 trilogy. There was a trilogy of K9 movies. I didn't realize that. I only knew of the first one. James Belushi, he had a couple of good movies back. What was the one? The Principal, him and Louis Gossett Jr. Another dumbass movie, but I enjoyed it. A lot of fun.
The Substitute was better.
Of course, Lean on Me or Stand By Me was. Wait, which one was the one with Morgan Freeman? Because they did
Stand and Deliver was James Edward Olmos.
Yes.
The one where he played the Chicago guy.
Lean on Me.
Right.
Because I was trying to remember which song they sing. Yeah, it's Lean on Me.
Stand By Me was the kids going to find the
right. Yeah, they used to call me.
Again, more proof that anything Stephen King writes is better as a movie when someone else does it.
I don't like Stand By Me. I hate that fucking movie.
Really?
Yes. I don't know what it is about it. It's just sad. It's just, I don't like sad movies. I heard they made a sequel to Lost Boys. Yes, they did. I haven't watched it.
They made like 3 sequels to
that. They did.
Corey Feldman's in 3 of them, I think.
Yeah.
Good to see it working again.
When I remember when they were first doing it, they remade Dirty Dancing.
Mm-hmm.
They again, stupid ass movie, but I fucking love that one. I love that one for the music in it.
The other thing about Dirty Dancing I really don't like is he didn't do any sidekicks in
it. You're not wrong. Cab Dogs, thank you. Monkey in the Afternoon. This can't go unpunished. Good luck saying squirrel. What is that? Anemone? Isthmus. God damn you.
Rhododendron.
Oh, fuck you. This is my punishment for doing it. And Worcestershire. I'm saying it how it's spelt. I know that's going
Order
to drive.
in a neurologist.
Yeah, what is
Or
that?
what the hell is that?
Neurologist. There you go. I got him out as best monkey can. And Johnny Hellcat, thank you. A good childhood friend was injured while assisting a lady in her house. His sister started to go fund me to help garner funds. I'm doing a charity stream to help out. Cool. Did you drop the link, Johnny? If not, hit me up on Twitter with the link and I'll throw it in there. If it's I don't know if my setting or how my settings are right now. Did anyone see the Kentucky Fried movie? Oh, I fucking love that movie. There were a couple of them around that same time that came out because Amazon Women on the Moon was the other great one that I remember from that time. Johnny says stream will be at 11 p.m. on my channel. There you go, guys.
Sweet. 11 p.m. Eastern, Johnny, I'm assuming. Everyone talks in Eastern time, and I'm not in Eastern time.
Well, Eastern time's the only one that matters. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
You guys should just change your time to ours. It would make it so much easier. This is American time, man.
Yeah, but then I'd have to get up earlier.
It's still amazing to me. I am so far over in Michigan. I cannot believe I'm still in Eastern time.
Well, Central time doesn't happen until somewhere in Indiana. So that's why. Although you're not, you're in Eastern Michigan, right? Not Western
No,
Michigan.
I'm in Western Michigan.
No. You're not in the UP though, are you?
No, I'm not. No.
I don't even think any of the UP is in Central time.
No, I'm pretty sure Michigan is the line there of East Central.
Okay.
Legend. Oh, see, that's an okay movie. I know a lot of people that grew up in our age range love that movie. I thought it was okay. I didn't enjoy seeing what's his name? Who's the main character? The little short dude. Top Gun. What's his name?
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, wasn't Tom Cruise in that? In Legend? Yeah.
Might have been.
I'll
look it up.
Seeing him half, that's what's saying. Seeing him half dressed, I was not impressed with that. But Tim Curry makes that movie, so yeah, everybody's saying Tom Cruise. I remembered that, and no one else did, and it's on the dais. Ha! My memory won one.
Yeah, small victory, dude.
Small victory, man. It's all I get these days. Little short dude. He is a little short dude. He's like what, 4 feet tall?
I don't know. When he was jumping up on Oprah's couch, I was just thinking of like little kids. So,
Cryptic says, "Screw all your time zones, mountain supremacists." There you go. And Johnny says 11 p.m. Mountain Time, so that's going to be 1 p.m. or 1 a.m.
time.
1 a.m. in Eastern.
Midnight Central. I even remember, maybe you guys aren't old enough, but I remember when All the Right Moves came out. I saw that in a theater. Do you remember Tom Cruise when he was playing a high school football player?
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one when they were in the military school? And he ended up shooting up the whole school with an M50.
Not familiar with that one.
Shoot, somebody knows that movie. Taps. That's it.
Taps. I remember.
You ever heard of Taps?
Oh yeah, that was Tom Cruise.
That was Tom Cruise, the guy who ended up shooting up. He ended up shooting the 50 caliber gun all over the place, and they killed him.
Yeah,
when the kids took over the school.
I remember Taps. Yeah, I didn't realize it was him. That's one of those ones that just kind of got away with my memory. I'm gonna blame the pills on this one. Remember Risky Business? Of course, yeah. Another dumbass movie. Man, now people are just throwing names of movies at us. Toy Soldiers. Yep. That's the one where that's Will Wheaton and
Sean Austin.
Yeah, I always want to call him Rudy because that's the only thing I remember a name for.
Samwise.
Well, yeah, but see, I never remember that either. Rudy, he'll always be Rudy to me. He's the little retarded kid. Low Down Dirty Shame. Oh, I bet very few people in this audience have even seen that. That's a great Wayans movie. That's the one where Keenan is basically Shaft. It's a really good movie. Another one that should have got a sequel. Anyhow, gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up. I need to eat. I haven't eaten since I woke up. That's not a good idea. I'm supposed to eat before I take my medicine. So, gentlemen, ladies, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming and hanging out and supporting us. Don't forget to support the gentlemen on the dais here. Follow them on their channels. But thank you for the generosity that you've shown. I cannot thank you enough for all the donations today. P-Dog, is there anything you'd like to chill?
I stream every morning, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central, 2 p.m. GMT, for those of you who don't know what the other two are. And thanks, Charles Morrison, Green Thunder, Demighty, and Straight Sith Mail for subscribing. Click on my link that I'm about to put up, and you can subscribe to. Oh, except I don't have the link handy, so never mind.
Jack Gunsky says, thank you for the stream, Monkey. No, thank you guys for coming and watching. Seriously, I enjoy doing this. Jack, anything you want to show?
No, I'm good.
Watch Comic Book Curation from last night and go buy all of Jack's books. Links are below. I think I have your books below, don't I?
I don't know.
I think so. There's lots of links for Jack below. Check them all out. I want to thank Scribe, who was here earlier. And by the way, guys, we're going to be on his channel tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, for Lords of the Night. Then we will be gaming over on 2 Cents Plus. We're continuing our newest series, No Man's Sky, which has been a lot of fun. So come check that out. And with that, everybody, thanks for watching. P-Dog, Jack, thanks for joining me. Everybody, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.